Greetings, students. Professor Gomes here. I thought I'd take this opportunity to create this video, short video, to give you an idea of what you can expect in our upcoming fall 2025 college algebra course. Hello, students. Welcome to the course. I'm excited to work with you this term to assist you in achieving your educational goals. I truly look forward to our class and getting to know each one of you online. Please go through all the web pages to familiarize yourself on how we'll operate. You'll see a textbook is free. Please contact me as soon as you have any challenges so we can work together to meet your needs. Best way to contact me is through my email, jgomes@massasoit.mass.edu. I would assume that the majority of you have already taken at some point in time an online course, so you're kind of familiar with Canvas. Key elements that are important to your success in this class. Let me just enlarge this. Online classes can be just as rich and rewarding as face-to-face courses, but it takes a little more work on everyone's part. The information in this post contains key elements that are important for your success in this class. Have clear expectations. Online courses are convenient because we have flexibility about when we do the assignments, but they take just as much and often more time than face-to-face courses. The national consensus is that a 3-credit course should take between 6 and 9 hours of your time each week. Students who set aside several short sessions throughout the week at consistent times and days have the most success with online courses. Brain research tells us that all-nighters and long cramming sessions are the least effective ways to retain new information. It's recommended that you add weekly assignments to your calendar and work ahead of them a little each day rather than try to knock them all out at once. Please read the syllabus and all the course documents. Ask questions. In an online course, an instructor can't see your confusion or frustrations. If you have a problem or confusion, speak up sooner than later. Best way to contact me is obviously via email. Make sure you have the resources you need, your PowerPoint, your homework solutions. Take notes. You can use them obviously during your exams. Read all the announcements. They are messages from me. They are often contain notices of changes and hints and preview of upcoming assignments. Most importantly, do your best in the course. Yes, I know many of you will say I've never done well in math, but if you log on to campus regularly, watch my videos, ask questions if needed, you'll have success. Initially, when you log on, I'm recording this on Thursday, the 28th of August. Our course doesn't officially start until Wednesday, September 3rd next week. When you initially log on, you'll be presented with what I call this splash page. And what I suggest you do is click on to Course Overview. All right, our course officially begins Wednesday, the 3rd of September. There's a link to our course syllabus, but pretty much everything that's contained in the syllabus, this PDF file, is contained on this splash page. If you're brand new to Canvas, please click on the Beginner's Guide. Course description, all right, right out of the catalog. The course covers algebra necessary for successful completion of pre-calculus or calculus sequence, while introducing functions, graphing and graphing utilities, and so forth. Prerequisites: a waiver by placement testing or department approval. Student learning outcomes right out of the course syllabus. The course catalog. Course content: inverse functions, algebra functions, linear, nonlinear, absolute value, and qualities. We'll cover all these topics. Here again, your textbook is free. All right, you can view it online. You can download a PDF. You can order a print copy. I don't want to click on each of these links because it'll open up in a different window, which won't be viewable. All right, so accessing OpenStax textbook. There's a little video that walks you through that. Super important here. Homework assignments will be posted on Canvas each Monday and Thursday. The homework assignments are all multiple choice. I give you the answers on the last page of the homework assignment. I actually do videos where I walk you through how I solve the problem. So obviously, if I'm doing all this and giving you the answers, I can't very well collect it or grade it. I can't very well correct my own work. All right, so here, people always ask me, where do I send the homework? Well, if you ask me that question, obviously you haven't watched this video. All right, homework will not be collected, nor will it be graded. So please make a note of that. To answer questions, I'll be available for a non-mandatory, all right, office hour meeting. I'll do it each Wednesday at 7 p.m. And there's the link to join the Zoom meeting. It's non-mandatory, but if you have a question that I can't answer by email, you can log on to Zoom and I can entertain any questions you may have. Another thing that's obviously very important is that you're going to need a TI-84 or newer graphing calculator. The good news is you don't have to go out to Amazon to purchase one or Best Buy. You can rent one from the college for a minimal fee of $20, and this rental will last all semester. All right, the new procedure is to rent this calculator. You simply go to the Brockton Library, you fill out the appropriate paperwork, and they will bill you $20. And obviously at the end of the semester, you return the calculator back to them. All right, $20, cheap enough. If you have another brand of calculator, it's great, but I can't support it. A TI is what the course is based upon. It's an 84 or newer calculator. Testing policy, there'll be 4 exams, online exams. Here are the dates, the day and the dates. Please make a note of these, write them down somewhere, create a file. All right, there's 4 of them, and they each count 25%. They're graded equally. Here's the course calendar. All right, and you'll notice that we have Thanksgiving recess and professional development days. This isn't really applicable for us because our stuff is all online. All right. Final exams starting the 11th of December through the 17th. Grading policy here again, right out of the course catalog. What constitutes an A, a B, a C, or a D? Course topics, things that we'll cover within the course. Student outcomes here again, right out of the course catalog. Take a look at this. Academic dishonesty. All right, you're going to find out that in order to take your exams, you'll need something called lockdown browser. All right, if it's found out that somehow you were falsifying information, working on assignments with a classmate without permission, plagiarizing, purchasing or submitting assignments from others using AI, and it comes to my attention, it's not a good thing. All right, you can actually be withdrawn from the course and actually maybe withdrawn from Massasoit completely. So please do your own work. There's no need to do any cheating. This is also, here again, very, very important. If you have an IEP, an individual education plan, all right, if you've had one in past semesters, please get a hold of the ADR office, all right, Academic Disabilities Resource Office, and make sure that I receive a copy of your IEP. In most cases, what it means is that you're allowed additional time to take the exams, but I need a copy of this IEP. All right, and if you've never applied for one, here's a link to request an accommodation. But if you have one, make sure that the office knows about it, and they will send me. There is the phone number for the disabilities office, and there's their email. Make sure I receive a copy. Affirmative action, equal opportunity, sexual harassment. Well, we're not on campus, so that's not really an issue. Basic needs, if you're going through some difficulty, you can contact the basic needs office. If for some reason you need to withdraw from the course, there's the information. Grade appeals, incomplete grades. And then here, netiquette, how we interact with one another online. So all this information, all right, is important. Getting the calculator. Our book is free. Here's the non-mandatory, the link to our non-mandatory office hour meeting. And then obviously getting the calculator here again is important. And if you have an IEP, making sure that Andrea Henry, who heads up the office, sends me a copy of your IEP. All right, so if I go back one page, like I say, when you first log on, you'll be presented with this, I call a splash page. Once the course begins, all right, when you log on to Canvas starting next Wednesday, you'll be presented with this page here where all the different modules. Now this is really important here. It says, read this. In order to take the exams, you have to have what's called Lockdown Browser installed on your computer. All right, here are the directions on how to go about doing that, and here's a video that explains it. What you'll do is, initially, you click on Quizzes in this left-hand menu, and you'll take, if I go into Student View right now, what you'll do is you'll click on Practice Exam, all right? And you'll take this practice exam. It's locked until, well, it'll be opened up. I'll open it up. You'll click, in fact, let me leave the student view here. Let me go to quizzes. And I'm going to, well, it is published already, isn't it? It is published. Practice exams. Let me go back for you as students. Leave student view, it's locked. So let me edit this. And I'm going to change this so it's available right through, let's say, October the 6th. And hit save. Okay. So if I go back into student view, and what you'll do, you'll click on quizzes, and then you'll click on take the exam. Now what will happen is Canvas will prompt you to download, and then once you download, you'll install Lockdown Browser. You'll take the practice quiz. The practice quiz does not count towards your grade. But once you install Lockdown Browser, when it comes time to take the actual quizzes, the 4 quizzes, tests, whatever, Lockdown Browser, the Canvas will realize that you obviously have Lockdown Browser already installed in your computer. So it's very important that you go to quizzes and do this within the first week. All right, our first exam is in 2 or 3 weeks, but do this right up front. All right, take the quiz. Click on take the quiz, download and install Lockdown Browser. Unless you do that, you won't be able to take any one of our 4 exams. We go back to modules here. You're seeing my view, all right, which is a lot more detailed. Initially, what you'll see is this link here called Getting Started, this module. Notice what I'm doing here. If you're not familiar with Canvas, I'm clicking in the gray area. Clicking again closes it, or I can use this little arrow here. Here's a link to the calculator rental, which means you just simply go to the Brockton Library and fill out the appropriate paperwork, and they'll bill your account $20. You need a TI-84 calculator. A couple of videos predicting your success in this course. All right, this woman here, her name is Angela Duckworth, and what she talks about is this. It's not always the smartest person that does the best in a course. It's the person who is grittiest, who overcomes, all right, overcomes obstacles, asks questions, puts the time and the effort. These are the people who do the best. Being successful in the course, you know, there's a temptation to say, oh, I can do this later, all right? Please, log on constantly during the course of the week. I'll post everything for an entire module. You may have more time on a Monday than you do on a Tuesday, but all the information, all the items in the module will be posted so you can get ahead of the game, so to speak. Life advice, this is a video. Denzel Washington talking about being gritty and how he succeeded. Textbook, there's a link to our textbook. A link if you're brand new to Canvas is a link you're getting started. Some quick links. Tech services if you're having an issue. All right, if you click on this, this gives you a phone number to call. Tech support. These are all items under the first module, getting started. And here's a link here to using the TI-83 or 84 calculator. I have many videos. All right, but YouTube, here again, if you're stuck doing something and the video is not doing a great job of explaining it, YouTube, there's so many videos on YouTube dealing with the TI. Just to give you an idea of how the course is set up, once we get started, all right, when the course officially begins September the 3rd, this will be published. Give you an idea, clicking on the first assignment, Thursday the 4th of September. It starts out with a reading, all right, and then you have a PowerPoint you can download. Then I have a voiceover to the PowerPoint. Now, this is just as if we were in class. I would be going through a PowerPoint in class. Well, here's a video of me going through the actual PowerPoint, section 1.1. It's a YouTube video. And then I have that same PowerPoint, I have Google Slides. So if you prefer to look at this, you can click through this and go to the Google Slides. All right, then I'm asking you to start off by doing section 1.1. It's a PDF, you download it. A couple of videos here about graphing points, ordered pairs. All right, these are all Khan Academy. And then once you've completed section 1.1, all right, this PDF, I actually have a video that I walk you through how the problems were solved. All right, section, our very first homework assignment, section 1.1. Use substitution to determine whether the given ordered pair is a solution of the given equation. All right, so I signed the homework, I have PowerPoints, and then I actually walk you through with a video of how the problems were solved. Now, I do this through each and every section. If I go on to the next day, which is Monday the 8th, I post on Mondays and Thursdays. All right, I have a reading. You've got a few videos here where there's a function. You have a voiceover of the PowerPoint. PowerPoint 1.2. There's a link to the actual PowerPoint. All right, there's the Google Slides, and it goes the same way right through the entire course. Here again, to give you an idea of the many resources I provide you with, I'm going to minimize this window right now. It's getting started. I'll minimize Unit 1. But I've got a link here. All the Course 1 videos, voiceovers, are all there for you. All right. There's the readings, all from Unit 1. I've got a link here. Well, let me close this up. I've got a module here with all the course PowerPoints, right, from starting with 1.1 all the way through section 3.5. So if you're looking for a particular PowerPoint, you don't have to go back to a particular module. They're all there for you. All right, so the resources are just, I have all the voice, Unit 2 videos. And the same thing is applicable for Unit 3, all the voiceovers. So all there in one spot. I go out of my way to provide you with enough information, enough resources that will guarantee you your success in the course. So there it is. Like I say, I'm going to publish this, I call opening remarks video. I'm going to publish it on YouTube. And what you'll see is I'll make a link here. In fact, I can do it right now. I'll make a link that says opening remarks video, that you'll have it, but you don't see it just yet. And what I'll do, once I have this published, I'll actually email it to you. So you'll receive this Thursday the 28th. The course doesn't start to. But here again, I would suggest, I would recommend getting that computer, getting that calculator, all right, the TI from the library, and making sure you download the lockdown browser and take that practice quiz. And if you qualify for an IEP, for an accommodation, make sure that you contact the ADR office so they can send me a copy of your accommodation letter. So a lot of here, but it can be done. I supply you with all the resources. I'm available by email. Plus, I do a non-mandatory office hour meeting on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. So I'm here to help you all. I wish you much success in the course. Look forward to seeing you online.